Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having an excellent day. It's the Crypto Homie. We got a different type of video today. It's like a walk and talk. We still got some snow around here, the East Coast. So yeah, we got a bunch of things to talk about today. We saw the Fed wire transfers were down today. The Federal Reserve went down. What's going on there? We saw Binance US. They put out that tweet saying, hey guys, ACH transfers are down. You guys can't deposit. It's like, what? You can't buy some good old hard-earned cryptos? What's going on there? So I went to the link with the Federal Reserve. Everything was down at that time. Looks like as of now, at the time of this recording, it's everything's back up, which is good to see. But what happens when it's payday and something like this happens? Everybody's expecting their paycheck. They have rent, they have to get food. They have all their bills to pay. I mean, just getting food. Like, what if they can't buy food because they live paycheck to paycheck? It sounds kind of crazy, right? I mean, that's kind of like a apocalyptic type of event. But that's something to keep in mind. Do we trust the Fed? There's a bunch of cryptos that are trying to bank the unbanked. There's plenty of people in this world do not have bank accounts. The fact is there's more people have cell phones than bank accounts. Let that sink in. More people have cell phones than bank accounts. So it's kind of crazy to think about. It's something, at first it shocked me. I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? How's that possible? But if you think about it, in third world countries, people are so far from, first world financial institutions, they don't have access to it. So they can't actually utilize one. They have to, I'm not even sure what they do, to be honest with you. I have no clue. But they can't access it, or it's not as easy. They might have to travel hours away just to get to one. But they have a cell phone. They have a cell phone. So that's why there's plenty of cryptos out there, cryptocurrencies that are trying to fix this problem. XLM's one of them. XRP, remittances. I can never say that word right. The remittance space is huge, because to send a Swift wire transfer, the fees are ridiculous. And if you go look at the facts, it kind of surprised me at the amount of transfers that actually fail. The amount of transfers that actually fail, and the money takes forever to get back. It can take up to 7 days. So it's like, wow, what's going on with that? That's what attracted me to XRP/Ripple back in the day, because I'm like, wait, it's faster for me to hop on a plane to send somebody money in London, hop on a plane right now, go over there, give it to them physically, fly back home. That's faster than a Swift wire transfer. I was like, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of nuts. But that's a little update today on the Fed wire transfer. It went down. Do you guys think this could happen again? Do you think there's a bigger issue? Let me know down below. But something else I wanted to comment on is, I get it. The market's down. It's been, we had our nice little peak with GRT at what, $2.90, and then we had Bitcoin peak around $58,000. I get it, guys. I get it. We're back down. Last I checked, Bitcoin was right around $50,000. We're still in a bull market. We're still in a bull market, guys. This is nothing to be worried about. I can show you the charts over and over again, the data from the past that says, hey, this has happened numerous times, and this is kind of normal. This is normal. There's a lot of volatility. This may sound harsh, but if you cannot handle the volatility, you got to get out. You just got to get out of the space. If you can't sleep at night because one day it's your portfolio's up, next day it's down, you got to get out, or you just got to use stop losses and just take the loss and move on and buy back in. I know it sounds harsh, but it is what it is. It's like the Wild Wild West around here. The Wild Wild West, just is what it is right there. But my point is, though, guys, I'm just hodling through. You hodl through. If you look at the Bitcoin profitability, and this kind of includes for most altcoins as well, especially the top ones, you're going to be in the green. You're going to be in the green if you hold for several years, typically. That's why they have these, the Bitcoin cycles. It's why I mentioned the Plan B's stock to flow. You go look at that, look at the halvenings, look at when Bitcoin halvens, when the supply crunch happens to Bitcoin. Every approximately 4 years that happens. It's based off how many blocks. We don't have to get into the details. But when that happens, 6 months to 18 months later, we have a all-time high. Not just breaking the previous all-time high, we have an actual all-time high. So just keep that in mind. Be patient. I know days like today, the past few days, things can get stressful. It's like, whoa, you saw your portfolio grow so high, things are going so good, and now all of a sudden, what is happening? What is happening? It's just part of the market, guys. It's just part of the game. It's part of the good old game called the Wild Wild West. But at the end of the day, you gotta put those emotions to the side and go from there. You know, if you hold GRT, I know there's a lot of people that are 100% in on GRT. Kind of scares me a little bit, to be honest with you guys, because it felt like 53%, I think, just that one day, if I recall correctly. Obviously, I don't have the charts in front of me to like get the exact measurement, but I remember doing a measurement. It was like 53%. Whew, I can't believe that. But I mean, if you got in early, like below 14 cents, it probably doesn't really matter because you're probably long-term holding anyways. You may even be delegating in the future. But just keep in mind, guys, these cycles are normal. You can look at all the charts all the time and see, hey, you know, especially the 2-year moving average multiplier. You look at that 2-year moving average times 5. Look, we got rejected. We got rejected right there. We almost hit it. We almost hit it, but we got rejected right before it. Keep in mind that average keeps going up, keeps going up. So that's why it's 59,000. We hit 58, but we still got rejected right there. Just kind of scary to think about. It's like, whoa, you know, but it's normal. I showed you guys back in 2017 how things played out, and we got rejected multiple times. Off the top of my head, I think it was like 3 to 7 times. So it was something like that. So expect the same kind, I'm expecting the same kind of rejection again and again. Only time will tell for sure, but there's multiple things to be looking at. You got that 2-year moving average times 5. Check that out. And as long as we break through that, hold it as support, then everything's good. Then everything's good. We're probably going to top last night's live stream. If I recall correctly, I wrote the numbers down. There's between 23 days and 32 days, we'll have an all-time high. 23 to 32 days to have an all-time high once we break that 2-year moving average times 5. Are you guys ready for that? Are you guys ready for 23 days to 32 days? It's a very short window to sell, very short window. I'm concerned for exchanges being down. So what I do recommend is you have multiple exchanges set up, multiple exit strategies. You know, you have a Coinbase, you got a Pro Coinbase, you got a Binance, you got a Kraken, you got a Gemini, Kucoin maybe. I mean, depends what you got to do. Are you looking to get back into fiat? You know, US dollar, Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, whatever fiat currency? Or you look at just converting to Bitcoin. What is your strategy? I know personally, selling Bitcoin, it's not in my strategy. It would hurt me to sell any Satoshis. There's only so many Satoshis out there. And why would I be selling when all these other institutions, these Fortune 500 companies are buying? And they're not just buying just to speculate. They're buying because it's more valuable than the US dollar. It's more valuable than the global reserve currency. If you don't know what the global reserve currency is, it's the US dollar. So just keep that in mind. They're buying for a protection against the US dollar. You know, they're holding millions and billions of dollars on their balance sheet, and all they see is inflation. All they see is in 5 years, it's going to be worth half that. It's going to be worth like nothing. If you don't know what I mean, look up Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy Incorporated. The ticker is MSTR. He flipped the switch for Bitcoin back in, I think, March 2020. That actually reminds me of something else, like with the Fed wire, is back then, you know, we have a fractional reserve banking in the United States. And back then, each bank had to have 10% of whatever you put in there. They had to hold 10% of whatever you had in your bank account. What happened in March? They passed some kind of law to where they're required now to have 0% of what you have in there. Interesting. So now they're able to leverage out more. I can only see that causing more problems long term. So we'll see how things play out. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I think, you know, cryptos will hang in there. Very volatile, guys. We're not out of the volatility. So just keep that in mind. But just going to wrap this up here with, yeah, guys, just be patient. The market has cycles. Check out, look into Bitcoin. And guys, if you're stressed out, you're probably over-invested, homie. You're probably over-invested. Probably just need to possibly just take a profit, take a loss maybe, do whatever you got to do, sell, go for a walk. Maybe you just got to get out, stop watching the charts. It can be so tempting just to like constantly see what's going on. Look at the 1 minute chart. What candle's going? Oh, the MACD says this, RSI says this. Oh my, like what's going on? Guys, just take a step back, make it simple, and just enjoy your day. You know, this is a long-term process. So if you guys are still hanging in here, thank you so much for watching. Definitely smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already. Crypto Homie will catch you in the next one.